with Mitchell Vande Sompel. Mitchell, you've been gone for about a month now, just resuming activities on the ice. How excited are you to get back into the lineup?
Getting back on the ice, whatever, I can't believe, it's unreal, because sitting at home for 2 weeks and whatnot, just doing nothing is, it takes a piece out of you knowing you could be playing, watching your teammates go out there, but getting back and, I'm excited to be playing again, so.
What do you see in the team that's got them going so well right now, 19-5-0-1? What's been the biggest strength that has contributed to this record?
I think playing our strengths and understanding what we're good at, and we're not the most skilled team this year, but we have a great group of guys and everyone works hard, and we do all the little things that other teams don't do, so just sticking to our game plans and not trying to outscore everyone off the rush and whatnot, getting pucks deep is sticking to our game plan, I think.
Even though you've been out for that long amount of time, have you had a chance to watch the games? I know you went back home to London for a bit. Were you able to catch anything on the sports pack and see how they were doing?
Yeah, I've caught a few games so far, and obviously watching them play, I want to get back out there, but it's going to take time, and just watch. You want your team to keep on winning, so they're playing well, and just got to keep it going, I guess.
What do you remember about the hit? I know Bourne got a lengthy suspension for what he did, and do you remember anything from that, because you left the ice immediately and weren't able to play?
When I got hit, I kind of remember it, but I forget a few things after, but just remember getting hit and then skating off, and then from there it was just to the hospital. So
a little bit of maybe silver lining is that you get to watch the game from a different perspective when you're sitting there. Was there anything that you picked up that maybe you wouldn't have seen otherwise, playing just being on ice level and just seeing what's out there?
I think it's almost better to sit out a few games, as bad as that might sound, but when you get the opportunity, you get to see some different plays you might be missing, and places that guys are that you might not know they are. So you get to see some things that you don't always see when you're on the ice. So
Chris Carlisle came into your spot on the top power play unit. What do you have to do to wrestle that back from him?
Right now I'm not too worried about that, but just getting back into it, I guess, and playing a simple game and then going from there, I guess.
You guys have such a young blue line. Coronin and DeRoche's stepping up, playing some big minutes yourself, and how do you guys come together as a unit like that to show pretty solid unity on the defensive court?
I think we just got to keep it simple, really, because you can't do too much in this league, or you're going to pay for it. You're going to end up making mistakes that are going to cost you in the long run. But I think keeping it simple is one of our main things, and just trying to buy into our team's concepts or whatnot.
A lot of people took this team for granted and in fact had them out of a playoff spot. How sweet is it to be in the top of the conference, 14 points clear of Kingston in the division?
Yeah, it's pretty awesome being ahead that much, but we got to keep going and keep progressing throughout the season, hopefully not having any dry spells or whatnot. So
I know timing will be a big issue for you when you step back out there. How much work do you have to put in till you feel like you're game ready?
A lot of work. Cause I've been working hard for the past week or two and just trying to get back into game shape and making sure I'm ready to play again. So I'm looking forward to playing again. Just got to make sure I'm ready for it.
Well, it's Movember month this year, and you might be in the lead, because as an Asian guy to grow that much of facial hair, how are you able to do it?
You know what, I have no clue, but I'm just working on it, but it needs some work, but hopefully within the years to come it'll get better and better. So
how does it feel to, when you're a rookie on the team, a lot of, you guys have to do a lot of the grunt work. Do you mind doing that as a rookie, and do you look forward to putting other people through those paces next year?
I think I look forward to doing it next year, but we have 9 or 10 rookies, so it's not as bad as it could be, but obviously loading the bus and all that stuff it's not the funnest, but it's a job you got to do, and you get used to it, so it's not too bad anymore.
Jacob Bush and Aiden Wallace, they've really stepped up and provided some secondary scoring. That was an issue that you guys faced to start the year. How big has it been, for other rookies to see that contribution and, you guys stick together as a unit?
Yeah, I think it's huge for them to get scoring done for our secondariness or whatever. But I think it pushes all the guys to keep getting better and contribute more to the team in whatever way they can. Bushy's having a hot start, and Wally's getting some goals. So, I mean, you just got to keep going and pushing each other to get better if we want to keep rolling. So,
did you see Sam Harding's highlight reel goal last Sunday, and what did you think about that celebration?
It was a nice goal. He made a nice play and with a nice shot. So, I let him know he made a nice play or whatever, but I made sure to give it to him about the celly in the corner. So,
was a lot of your teammates on him as well for that one? I know we had a good laugh at it watching it from the press box.
Yeah, a lot of the guys were asking how his tailbone was and whatnot. So, I mean, it's good that he's scoring in, but it's more fun when something like that happens. So, yeah.
If you have to put a timetable on it, what do you think your return is? I know you were telling me earlier that there might keep you out of Plymouth and Saginaw. Is that still the plan, or do you feel like you might be ready to go around that?
I honestly have no clue yet. What's gonna decide it is how I practice this week and if I'm ready to play. So, I mean, this weekend it's potential, but I'm not gonna put a date on anything because I have to be in game shape and I have to be ready to play for my return. So.
Last thing is your number 58. That's an interesting choice. Was that given to you, or was that something you chose? And if you chose it, what's the significance behind it?
Well, originally number 13 I've worn for the past few years, but obviously that was taken by Dundee, so I wanted to kind of choose something different or whatever. And my favorite player is Chris Letang, so he's number 58, and I also figured the numbers add up to 13, so it all works out. So yeah.
As long as it's not 4, you're okay, right? Anything with a 4 in it, as far as I know, that's pretty bad luck.
Numbers they don't bother me too much, but I mean, 4's it's not too bad, but Bobby Orr wore it, so I mean, it can't be that bad.
All right, well, thanks a lot for that, Mitch, and hopefully we see you out there soon. Yeah.